Wilson going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And lined up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Fields on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. It's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback. That's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown that.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. "35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. While checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Wilson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them? Great tendency.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Fielded right around the 8. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second and 2. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And it's a Packers touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Butker on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Dolphins 15.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, here's Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So he took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Packers. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And take it right on the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Mostert now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Check. Go 14.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work if he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields to Mixon on the check down. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Switch gears. Check three. There. 33. Watch QB drop. Hey, check my 33. Here we go.
Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On 2nd and 9, Fields flush to his right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields going out wide, finds Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A shotgun snap, Fields flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. The Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. Out to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Raheem Mostert. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. It's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Wilson's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're moments away from a statement game. It's the Dolphins and the Packers, and it's coming up next on...
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now with excellent field position.